Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and it's time for another recap of Love and Hip Hop ATL, aka The Young and the Ratchet. And yes ma'am, we sure did have a good old funky ass time on Twitter last night. We had a really good time. I think last night's episode was one of the best episodes thus far. It was a lot of script to it, but it was a really good episode. Lots of jokes, you know, people kept me in stitches on Twitter. So let's go ahead and break it down. So in the opening scene, we have Stevie J and Benzino, and they're basically bringing Althea and Joseline into their new bar and bistro that they're opening. DJ says the name of the new place that they're opening is going to be called Sleezo and Bino's Bistro and Bar. When I heard that name, I was like, what the hell is a Sleezo and Bino's Bistro and Bar? I'm sorry, but that name is ratchet as hell. When I hear that name, I see a cook in the kitchen scratching his damn balls and frying fish. I would never eat at a place called Sleezo's and Bino's Bistro and Bar. When I heard that name, I was like, Stevie J needs to have several seats for that fuckery. While they're sitting there, Joseline starts talking to Althea, and she's basically, you know, talking to her, trying to chop it up with her. And Althea tells Joseline that basically Benzino proposed to her and that they're engaged. And Joseline's like, well, damn, you know, that's kind of fast. How long have you known him? And she said that they've only known each other about 6 months or so. You know, typical Benzino style. As soon as he meets a female, as soon as he has some type of connection to him, he falls head over heels. He's one of them fall in love fast ass dudes. So while they're talking and chopping up, Althea asks Joseline about Mimi and how she feels about Mimi. And Joseline's like, I don't fool with her. That's just my husband's baby's mama. I don't talk to her. She's doing her own thing. And then Althea tells Joseline that she used to, you know, be with Nico back in the day, and her and Nico used to kick it. And Joseline's like, damn, you know, she was with Nico too? Really, really interesting. So they're just talking and chopping it up, and then Joseline announces that she'll be performing at the grand opening and that she wants Althea and all the girls to be there, including Karlie Red. So moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Rashida and Kirk, and they're at the doctor's office with baby Carter. What's going on is that Kirk is feeling some type of way because Rashida told him that they're going to be going down to New Orleans, her, Karlie Red, and Kalina. They're going to go down to New Orleans on a girls trip, and Kirk is feeling some type of way. He feels like, you know what, that's not cool. You just had a baby. What about the baby? Why aren't you, you know, taking care of your baby? You know, trying to guilt her because she wants to get away. But when she was pregnant with the baby, he had no problem taking his ass up north to a cabin and partying with his homeboys and some females in a hot tub. He forgot about that. So he's basically trying to shame her and guilt her, and Rashida ain't trying to hear it. She's like, you know what? I need a vacation. I can afford it, and I will be going down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. So love it or hate it, I don't care. That's what I'm going to be doing. It is what it is. Moving on to the next scene. The next scene, we have Miss Anthony, Walker, and Tammy, and they're all sitting on the couch, and this scene was really sad. If you guys don't know, a few months ago, her youngest son, Coyote Scott, aka Kato Red, he had committed suicide. And back when this happened, they had took to Twitter, and they were really distraught about everything. And it was sad. He was the youngest of all her sons. A lot of people spent a lot of time online clowning him and talking about his looks, saying that he was albino. He was starting to lose his sight. And I feel like he felt like he was a burden on the family because of his medical problems and not being able to take care of Miss Deb and you know, bring more to the table like how Waka was doing. And she feels like, you know, that along with the internet bullying played a lot in his suicide. So that situation was real sad. But I think what creeped me out the most was after Waka walked out the room, because he just couldn't handle it. He's like, you know what, Deborah, I'm not talking about this. This is just too much. And he walks off. So while Deb is telling the story about him losing his eyesight and, you know, just everything he was going through, all of a sudden, it was just like this loud, huge thunder strike. And you could see the scene literally shook. And Tammy gets so scared, she jumps up and she's like, I can't do this. And Miss Deborah is like, you know what, I believe that was Kato. That was Kato telling us something. That was him letting me know that he's still here with me. So I thought that scene was just crazy, right, as they're talking about him. You know, it's one thing to have thunder and lightning, but literally the whole house shook. I mean, like, you could just see Tammy almost lift up off the couch. So that scene was just simply it was sad. It was really sad. Cause, you know, like everybody knows, I'm a huge fan of Deb Anthony. She's not only a good mother, but she's an outstanding businesswoman. She's a pit bull in a skirt, and she don't play when it comes to her money and when it comes to her kids. You know, so I've always had a lot of respect for her, and I'm real sorry that she lost her son, especially in that manner. Moving on to the next scene. So the next thing we have Young Jock, and he's on stage performing, and basically Karlie's saying that Young Jock and her are trying to work it out, and that he promised Karlie that he's gonna stop saying Miss Piggy Teletubby, aka Kadia. So while he's up there performing, and Karlie's watching him, all of a sudden Kirk Frost comes out of nowhere by himself, and he decides that he wants to talk to Karlie. So he goes up and he starts talking to Karlie about Benzino and trying to see what Karlie feels about Benzino, and does Karlie miss Benzino. And Karlie just starts smiling and cheesing, and she's like, yeah, I do miss him. I still got feelings for him. And I'm sitting here like, Karlie needs to sit her old ancient ass down somewhere. I mean, if it's not Benzino, it's Young Jock. If it's not Young Jock, it's Roscoe Dash. If it's not Roscoe Dash, it's Jeremiah. Who do you really want to be with, Karlie? I'm going to need you to make up your damn mind. As she's talking to Kirk is steadily taking all these notes. He's storing all these notes in the back of his head. He just can't wait to go back to Benzino and spill the tea. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Mama D and Scrappy. And once again, Mama D is being super messy. And she feels like it's time that Scrappy spends some money on her and buy her a scooter. So she can drive in and out the palace if she chooses. This woman is so insane. And Scrappy's telling Mama D that, he's upset with her. He feels like, Mama D had no business getting all his eggs together at the table, mafia style, and running her damn mouth and trying to put them in their place. And Mama D's like, you need to learn how to check these women. And I feel like Bambi's too needy. She doesn't know how to listen, and I had to do what I had to do. And Scrappy's like, I just need you to stay out my business. If I buy you this scooter, will you please stay out my business? Mama D says that she will, but I'm not buying shit that Mama D says. Because the second Scrappy brings home another female, Mama D's going to be looking her up and down as well. Moving on to the next scene. So finally, it's the big day in the ATL. Sleezo and Bino's Bistro and Bar is opening up, and everybody and their mama in ATL is there. And so they're there. They're coming in looking like celebrities, and they got the paparazzis there, and they're taking pictures. I really wish that Joseline Hernandez would bottle up a bottle of her confidence, because that bitch is confident as hell. You can't tell Joseline nothing at all. You couldn't tell her that she wasn't Rihanna walking through that crowd looking and sashaying and everything. I was like, get it, honey. So she goes up to VIP to go sip her bottle, and at that same time, Erica Dixon and Karlie Redd come in. So they come in there and they're looking around and stuff, and as they're coming in, Benzino walks over with Aletha to come and introduce everybody. And for whatever reason, I guess because Erica really has no storyline this season, she just decides to be real messy. So Erica's like, it's really weird to see y'all together, because I'm used to seeing you, Benzino, with Karlie. I'm not used to seeing you with nobody else. And Aletha's like, okay, so what? I'm his new girlfriend right now. I'm his new girl, so, that was the past, and, Karlie has her own boyfriend. And Karlie's like, yes, I do. I'm with Young Jock. So then out the blue, Aletha decides to be messy, and she asks Benzino, does she still have your number? And Karlie's like, yes, I have all his phone numbers, bitch. No, she didn't say bitch, but she did say that she had all his phone numbers. And so she's like, hold up, Benzino, why does she have your phone number? That was the whole point of you changing your number, because I didn't want her to have it. If anybody needs to contact you, they need to go through me. And Benzino's sitting here stuttering like he don't know what to say. And Karlie's like, we have a good relationship, and we're not going to end our relationship just because he's in a new relationship. I have a man that I'm very satisfied with. And then she's like, no, you're not, because from what I'm hearing, you missed the dick. And Karlie's like, what do you mean I missed the dick? Who told you that? I don't miss anything. He got a small dick. I'm not missing that. My man is packing, and they're going back and forth. It literally looked like a junior high playground. He said, she said, I'm about to go get such and such, so that way they can prove to you what they said. So Benzino runs to go get Kirk. All of a sudden, Kirk comes into the scene, and I'm like, poor Kirk, he can't do nothing right. And Kirk is like, well, I didn't say that she missed the dick. I just said that she missed Benzino. And Karlie Redd is like, see, bitch, I don't miss the dick. I miss him because he's a good person. That's two different things. All of a sudden, Aletha decides that she has balls bigger than steel, and she takes her glass and she just chucks her liquor dead in Karlie Redd's face. So Karlie Redd turns around and she chucks her liquor back in Thea's face. And then Benzino want to pop off and get mad, talking about, escort this bitch out my club. Get this bitch out my club. And then Erica's like, who you calling a bitch, Benzino? Who you calling a bitch? This whole scene was just super ratchet. And I was steadily sipping my tea, enjoying every last minute of it. But once security drags Karlie Redd out the scene, Erica's still popping off. And then all of a sudden, Aletha grabs another drink and throws it at Erica. Why did she do that? Y'all know Erica crazy, and Erica got them damn hands. So Erica starts popping off, security grabs her, and they end up throwing her out the club as well. That whole scene was just a mess. So while all this is going on, Miss Joseline Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess, is pissed off because now all the attention isn't focused on her. So she's like, I don't understand what the fuck is going on here. I knew it was something about this Aletha girl. I knew not to trust her. She seems messy as hell. This is a family business. We're about our money, and if you can't understand that, you need to keep it fucking moving. So Joseline's just going off in her confessional, and I'm just sitting here laughing like, Joseline, read this bitch, read her like a damn book, because I can't stand Aletha either. My thing is this: if Aletha is so proud and she's with Benzino, she's his main girl, why does she feel the need to explain that? Why does she feel the need to rub that in Karlie Red's face? You know what I'm saying? I can't stand females like that. If you're so happy in your relationship, ma'am, have a tall glass and shut the fuck up and enjoy your relationship. No need to rub it in nobody's face, because people who are genuinely happy, they don't have to rub that shit in nobody's face, because people can look at them and say, you know what, they're genuinely happy couple, kudos, best wishes, good luck to them. But when you have to keep reminding folks that you're with somebody and that you're happy, 9 times out of 10 you're not. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, Scrappy decides to go see Bambi. Bambi's at this restaurant with her homegirls, and Scrappy's like, you know what, I need to, talk to you. So Scrappy comes over there, and basically he's ready to break it with Bambi, but not so fast. Bambi is giving Scrappy a piece of her mind. She's like, I can't stand your mama. I'm tired of her being in my business. You need to go suck her nipple, because I'm just tired of this shit. And Scrappy's like, who you think you're talking to? And he starts putting his hand in Bambi's face. And when I tell y'all, Bambi, I turned the hell out of his hand. She was like, move your damn hand out my face. I was like, damn, Bambi. Bambi don't play. Bambi was like, I want to beat the shit out of you right now. I'm tired of your shit. I'm tired of your disrespect. I'm tired of you not respecting our relationship. And Scrappy feels like Bambi is too needy and he don't want to be bothered with her no more. And Bambi's like, that's fine, because I don't want to be bothered with you. I'm not about to sit here and settle for less. I done did more for you than a lot of these girls out here, but you want to keep treating me funny style, so I'm cool. You can have a little ratchet ass love triangle, but I'm not going to be a part of it. So Bambi held her ground, and I couldn't do nothing but respect her for that, because most girls would have settled just because it was Scrappy and just because he was a rapper. Bambi was like, you know what, this is not worth it to me, and I'm done. So she gets up and she walks away, not before ordering him another drink with a side of nipple. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene we have Don, and Don is throwing this huge 1-year anniversary party for Nico and Mimi, and while she's there, she decides to announce that Nico and Mimi are the power couple of porn in Atlanta. So when she says that, Mimi, you could just see the face, you could just see Mimi's face. She was like really upset and really mad, because she does not want to be known for strictly, a porn star. She feels like she's so much more than that. What I always find funny with a lot of these reality TV stars is that they love to fuck like porn stars. They love to make sex tapes. They love to leak out sex tapes. But then they don't want the title of porn star. It's like there's no difference between you and a Jenna Jameson or a Jada Fire. I don't understand, why are you so ashamed? You're the one who decided to hire a camera crew to film you and your man having sex and then sell the tape to Vivid. So when people call you a porn star, why are you offended? That's just like stupid ass Farrah Abrams from Backdoor Teen Mom. It's like she hates when people call her a porn star. She wants to disassociate herself from that title. But bitch, you are a porn star. And not only that, you have 2 sex tapes out. I'm gonna need these bootleg porn stars to just claim their titles and shut the fuck up whining and crying. So while they're sitting there talking, Erica Dixon walks in and she switched her wig up. It was really cute. Like I said, Erica's being real messy this season. So now they're all talking about, so now Don walks up and Don's saying that she just got a text message from Benzino, and Benzino's saying that he's not going to be able to make it because basically Benzino is feeling some type of way because Aletha and Nico used to mess around. And Benzino decided at the last minute that he didn't want to go. So Aletha got pissed off and felt like she was wasting the outfit. So then Benzino texts Don and is like, we're not coming. So Don lets Mimi know this, and Mimi feels some type of way. And Nico's like, well, it is what it is. He's probably mad because I had this girl. And then Mimi's like, what, you had her too? Because Stevie J was also fucking her. She said when she came to her house one day, Stevie J was there half dressed. The daughter was there, and so was Aletha. And the daughter knew Aletha's name, and she said that Aletha was smashing Stevie J too. So Erica's like, damn, she loving the crew, she loving the whole crew. And I'm sitting here cracking up. What had me laughing even more was in the confessional, Erica starts rubbing her motherfucking hands together like Birdman. She's like, man, I can't wait to tell Karlie Red this. You know what I'm saying? Aletha done messed with Stevie J. She done messed with Nico, and now she with Benzino. I can't wait to spill this tea. Erica had me cracking up during her entire confessional. Moving on to the next scene. The next thing we have Joseline and Karlie Red. They decide to meet up for lunch because Joseline wants to know what the hell happened at the grand opening. So Karlie's telling her about how, you know, Aletha somehow found her balls and decided to just start chucking drinks in people's faces. And Joseline's like, what? I can't believe that, because when I met her, she tried to act all goody-goody and all innocent. But now I'm finding out that she's just as ratchet as anybody else. I knew I had to keep my eye on that hoe. So Joseline's going off once again. And then Karlie starts telling Joseline about the whole situation that went down with Kadia and Young Jock. And Joseline's like, see, that's why I can't trust no man. You know, I haven't been in Stevie J's phone in a while, but I think I'm going to have to go through his phone because Stevie J tends to cheat and roam and talk to other girls, and I'm tired of it. She's just going on this whole tirade about basically going through Stevie J's phone. Moving on to the next scene. The next thing we have Miss Deb, Anthony, and Tammy Rivera, and they're going to the radio station to promote her new charity, which is called No RIP, which means No Reckless Internet Posting. And she's saying there, and she's saying on the radio show that the reason why K.O. Red killed himself, the big reason behind it, was because of all the internet bullying. She said when they went through his computer, they saw so many messages of him going back and forth, defending Waka Flocka, defending his music, defending his mama. You know, folks accusing them of being part of the Illuminati. So Miss Deb starts going off, and you can tell like she's trying to be strong, but she's just so hurt because, you know, her son allowed these people to kill his spirit, basically. And she's saying that the internet is the murder capital of the world. And she says that it takes spirits and it takes lives. And I definitely agree with that. You know, while I understand her charity and I definitely respect Miss Deb and I understand her mourning, the thing is we have to be realistic. The internet was put here so people would have, you know, somewhat of a freedom of speech, and you're not going to control everybody. You're not going to control things that people say or how they feel. There's a lot of miserable people on the internet. Like I always say, 95% of the internet is miserable, especially when they see you doing something that you enjoy, that you love, and they don't know how to do the same thing. They feel some type of way. So be it regardless if it's a YouTube vlogger, if it's Waka Flocka, you know, being able to sell millions of records and they might think that he's, you know, that they're a better rapper than he is. It's just you're going to have a lot of miserable people and you can't control everybody. You know, you can't police people's feelings. You can't police everybody's, you know, things that people say. While it would be nice if we didn't have trolls, if we didn't have haters, if we didn't have people speaking negatively, while that would be a perfect world, it's not a perfect world and you can't control what people decide to tweet. All you can do is if you feel super stressed, super depressed, if people are getting to you, then you have to learn to shut off the computer, log off the internet, and take some time away. The internet is very negative and it's very draining, and you have people who get off on draining people and driving them crazy and making them feel bad. But you know, I believe in karma. You put out into the environment. I don't care if it's on the internet or if it's in the real world. Anything that you speak out, especially something really, really horrible, like wishing somebody death or, you know, just like saying like really evil shit that's just not that serious, it comes back to you tenfold. You know, so I feel like, you know, we should treat people how we want to be treated. Now, with that being said, when you're out in the public eye and when you're a celebrity, you're going to have to take the good with the bad because that's just life. A lot of folks need to learn to be empathetic and start putting themselves in other people's shoes before they just post reckless shit. So, you know, I'm glad that she's starting the foundation and I wish her well. But again, like I said, I don't put too much stock into it because you can't police the internet. You can't police everyone. And some people are just downright evil and reckless, point blank. So in the final scene, we have Stevie J and Joseline. So Joseline decides to invite Stevie J to dinner, basically to confront him by letting him know that she's been in his phone and she's seeing pictures, you know, him sending pictures, him sending naked pictures, him receiving naked pictures, and she's tired of Stevie J trying to cheat on her. She says that she's 27 years old, she's the baddest bitch, she stands up and shows her body, and she's like, you know, I don't understand, you know, why you don't appreciate me, why you don't appreciate all this, but if you're not going to appreciate it, I can move on to the next person. So Joseline starts going off, and Stevie's like, you know what, you just insecure, you know, you tripping, you always bugging, you always worried about the next person. I haven't done anything to you, just trust me. And she's like, well, no, I don't trust you, I'm tired of this. So then Stevie gets upset, and he's like, you know what, I'm tired of you accusing me of cheating all the time, I'm tired of you going off, you know, I'm just gonna move up out the house. And Joseline's like, good, you need to move out the house. So Stevie's like, well, good, if I need to move out the house, then just know that your project is on hold, your whole career is on hold. So at that point in time, Joseline then takes off her wedding ring and she throws it at Stevie, and she's like, you know what, I'm done with all this, I'm tired of this. And Stevie ends up walking out, and she's like, cry baby, suck your mama titty. And I'm sitting here cracking up like, Joseline is so stupid. But my thing is this, how can Joseline get mad about Stevie cheating on her when look how she got Stevie? You know, we females don't realize that you can't get somebody no trifling ratchet way and then think once you have them, all of a sudden they're going to be cured of all their ratchetness and how you were able to get them. The same way you get with somebody is the same way you end that relationship. If that person was cheating with you, they're going to cheat on you. I mean, that's just common sense. She saw everything that Mimi went through the first and second season, but now she thinks she's above going through the same things. No, ma'am, that's not how things work. You know, so I think a lot of folks need to realize that. It may look cool, it might be fun when you're the other woman and when you're the side piece. It's fun for a bit. You know, you got his time, he's spoiling you, but once he makes you his main chick, now you're not getting all that undivided time. Now you're not getting all that extra money and extra attention that you were getting when you were the side piece. So that's what a lot of girls don't realize. Once they upgrade their status, then the same shit can happen to them, you know, point blank. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. I hope you guys like the recap. If you're not following me, make sure you follow me. I am at LovelyT on Twitter. Let me know your thoughts. What was your favorite scene? So go ahead and leave a comment, and I will see you guys next week for another recap of Young and the Ratchet. All right, deuces.